It sounds like you don't have nothing to say.
That too.
He ain't saying a fucking thing. He ain't rapping about shit. If the beat don't save it, then it just don't save it.
At this point, I'm ready to say that North West is a better rapper than Kanye West.
Hot tea.
All right, so Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign, they put out their new album, Vultures 2. And I don't know about y'all, but I haven't heard a lot of people talking about this album. And it's crazy because the first Vultures, it had a lot of fanfare. And now this album has come out and people have listened to it, but nobody's talking about it. So, of course, the Podfather spoke about the album on his latest podcast. Let's see what he had to say, and we're going to do a deep dive later. Make sure y'all like the video and subscribe.
He's just a weirdo, man. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it does not. This album, for me,
Yeah.
It felt like I don't like lyrically and style wise what he was doing vocally, like with rhyming wise. The beats are all great. He picks good production, but it sounds like he was trying to chase like young kid shit.
That's what I got from the first half.
Yeah,
like it's the
cool.
Playboy Cardi.
All them,
I'm good. I can't listen to that.
it sounds like you don't have nothing to say.
That too.
He ain't saying a fucking thing. He ain't rapping about shit. If the beat don't save it, then it just don't save it. Like y'all said, the mumbling, the fucking, I'm tired of the same old, just shut the fuck up already. And then if you're gonna do 2 projects with Ty Dolla, I do want to hear more Ty Dolla. I do.
I want to hear Ty Dolla be Ty Dolla.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I want to hear what you brought him here for,
right.
Which is not to be 2024 Charlie Wilson.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not that. That Donda album make it harder. Kanye just doing bullshit. I'm tired of the big dogs doing bullshit. Like, the big dogs ain't really,
Seems like they're trying to keep up with the disposable music era in a way that I don't want to hear that from the fucking geniuses and legends and...
Me either.
Take your time. It's cool. I'm not in no hurry.
But if I'm a big dog and I put in all this work, I kind of earned the right to do some bullshit if I want.
Yeah. Yes, but
I've earned this to where I could experiment.
You can say what you want. Some of these names I didn't expect to be phased out before 2025. I'm not trying to have a talk about niggas' creative processes.
Got you.
I'm saying the niggas that ran shit forever in 2024 look phased out. They do.
But they had 20-year runs.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
No. I'm just saying.
What goes up must come down.
That's true. No, I'm just saying. But to think it happened to everybody.
But this feels self-inflicted a little bit. Self-inflicted phase out.
You think he feels like that though? You get what I'm saying? Like I think
he could tell a difference when they support you and when they not.
Oh, I believe that. But I'm saying
when they got their finger on you and when they take it off.
In his arrogant brain, because you got to think this nigga has a level of arrogance that's to the moon, deservedly so. He think this shit is fire. You think in his ears he's putting out mid? I don't think that, yo.
I'm not even talking about the quality of the music. I'm talking about the reach of it, how far it goes, and the channels that he has to go through to distribute.
To distribute it. Got you.
It ain't the same.
It ain't as easy.
It ain't the same as
he said
these
that.
media companies and content companies making sure your songs are charted, making sure you are seen, making sure your album is heard everywhere. Yeah, he just pressing the button and hoping that his fans, and he got enough of them to whereas it does something, but it ain't the niggas
being put in his right places. Do you think he's actually like playing a chart game or trying to be number one? I don't think he's doing none of that shit. You still watch, and I think he knows.
I think he is just because
the odds are stacked against him.
I think he is just because of those texts that leaked when Vultures 1 came out. The text that, I don't want to say leaked, somebody put him out, of him communicating with his team in the text thread about what needs to happen for this song to be number one or for this album to chart.
And it did chart.
So it does.
In the Carnival or whatever was a hit.
Yeah, but even with Vultures 1, we had to go, like, if I already know what happened with that album, when Vultures 1 dropped, we had to go look for it.
True.
It was not on the first page. It wasn't, you just open and it's right here. We had to actually go search and find that album.
But that's speaking to Joe's point.
So I'm saying, if I know that, I might not be playing that game because I know I'm not getting them looks. So I'm still going to put my music out the way I want to.
Yeah, but I think that, but Joe talked about the text message thread that got
got leaked.
Yeah.
Right? You wouldn't be having that conversation with your team. That's number one. And I think also in his brain, like, I've been against the system so long that I went around y'all and I still get to number one, or I still chart, or I still get some level of commercial success, speaks to my genius.
Yeah, I do think that's still something.
You get what I'm saying? I think that speaks to his genius. It's almost like saying fuck Adidas or fuck Nike, and my clothing brand that I did on my own would still reach this certain pinnacle.
What you did.
I think
Yeah, what you did.
it's
It's across the board with him.
and I think that that's one of his goals.
Agreed.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need y'all, fuck y'all, and I still did it. So I think that would be something that's important to him.
I just want music that people put time into.
Or just finish it before you.
That's
Or just finish it.
Just finish it. Yeah, that's.
Just finish it.
Just finish it.
Look at this
Yeah.
thing.
That's crazy.
I think that's working
That's
against
Look
him.
at the bar.
I think it's working against him.
I don't know that he cares though.
I think he does.
So, Vultures 2. I like Slide. I like Field Trip. I like Promotion. I like Forever and River. That's what, 5 or 6 songs? I think that's like 6 songs. Oh, 7. Sky City is okay too. But this is 16 tracks. And out of those 6 songs that I like, he gave us 10 packs of ass. And out of them 10, it's probably about what, 5 or 6, 7 that sound like demos, that sound like they not finished. What's been up with this nigga? What are you doing? He told us that now that I got my wife and I'm masquerading with her half naked all around the world, letting everybody in the world see his wife's breasts and nipples, that now he was happy and he was free, and the corporate overlords, they're not bothering him anymore. So no record labels, the small hats, all of that shit, they all out. He kicked them out. He got his cult with him. Remember when he was, had that circle of people and had all of them Negroes sitting around him? Quavo, who was Moonhead, that light-skinned girl, Moonhead, Natalie Nunn, all of them little half-ass celebrities circled around him like some type of cult. And he was preaching and all this other stuff, and my kids. Like, I thought all of that stuff would at least give us a decent album. And you gave us a half-finished album? And Kanye did this with Life of Pablo. Remember, he went back and he edited Life of Pablo. But at least Life of Pablo was finished. And so he just kind of updated some shit. By the way, he updated some shit I really didn't even like, because he put Andre 3000 on 30 Hours, and I thought that was trash. And I love Andre 3000, but I didn't need to hear him singing on 30 Hours at the end. 30 hours. I didn't need that. But at least that album was finished. He actually went back and fucked up a song. If you ask me, he fucked up 30 Hours. But for you to put out this half-ass album, don't forget, y'all, most of the world has not heard Donda 2. I repeat, somebody in the comments, let me know if you heard Donda 2 without having to download it off of some website somewhere so you could bootleg it. Nobody bought that stem player. I was actually this close to buying a stem player. I'm so glad I didn't. But I was just going to buy it for content. But nobody bought that shit, bro. So, in the last few years, you put out Donda, decent album. You put out another album nobody heard. You put out Vultures, which was ruined because of your own antics. And the album was decent. Vultures 1 was decent for Kanye standards. Because I don't even remember really liking that much on Vultures 1. So look, I'll walk some of that back. I got about 11 songs off of Vultures 1 in my playlist. But you know what the real issue is for these new Kanye albums? Is that the music is really good, but his lyrics are ass. So it don't feel the same like it used to. You used to get some lines from Kanye. And see, when they said, you got to go get the people back, you got to go get Saha the Prince, you got to go get Big Sean, Rhyme Fest, somebody, Consequence. Look, I know Joe don't like Consequence, but they forgot about Cons. Cons used to write a lot of shit for Kanye. He need to get them writers back. Cause whatever he rapping about right now was ass. The lyrics on Donda was decent. But this shit he rapping about now, at this point, I'm ready to say that North West is a better rapper than Kanye West. Cause whatever he been rapping about is ass. Hey nigga, donate. Hit the super chat. Scan the PayPal. Hit the Cash App. Thank you. Have a blessed day. I don't want to hear it. I feel bad for Ty Dolla $ign, y'all. I really do. That's why I said the money he giving Ty Dolla $ign, I hope it's worth it. Because to me, Ty could be doing something better with his time. He could be over there with Drake putting out better music.